Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me for your noon news and weather update. I'm Bailey Bockover. Cape Hatteras National Seashore also announced closures ahead of Hurricane Erin this morning. What we're looking at here is after those mandatory evacuations already announced for Hatteras and Ocracoke Islands, a National Seashore on our coast is also preparing for Hurricane Erin. Cape Hatteras National Seashore says several campgrounds, visitor facilities, beaches, and off-road vehicle access ramps will be closed beginning Monday afternoon or evening. Flooding and ocean overwash may begin as early as Tuesday, according to the National Seashore, and parts of Highway 12 on Hatteras Island may be impassable. It's also important to note that those mandatory evacuations for Ocracoke, if you are one of those residents, you have until Tuesday at 6 a.m. to pack up and head out. Due to conditions that could threaten those oceanfront homes and other buildings, Cape Hatteras says beach access in Rodanthe from Old Highway 12 to the end of Ocean Drive and in front of Buxton South to Ramp 43 will be closed. The Cape Point, Frisco, Ocracoke campgrounds will be closed by 3 p.m. Monday. The Oregon Inlet campground will close Tuesday at noon, according to a press release. And if you need all of those details, you can head to our website, WITN.com. We know off-road vehicle ramps will be closed by 9 p.m. today to keep people safe. Cape Hatteras says Island Lighthouse will be closed Wednesday and Thursday. The state of emergency and mandatory evacuation also in place for Ocracoke and parts of Dare County. So just making sure you're being safe, you're taking the necessary precautions and steps. Try to avoid the waters where we have moderate rip currents right now, but according to our WITN First Alert weather team, we could be seeing high risk of rip currents as we head into later in the week, preparing for Hurricane Erin. While it's very much off of our coast, about 200 plus miles off of our coast, we're still going to feel those impacts where Highway 12 may become impassable. Might see some of that ocean overwash, ocean front homes that may be damaged, a little more towards the inland parts, like where we are right now in Greenville. What could we be seeing this week? You're going to feel much breezier conditions, nothing like we're seeing down at the coast or will see down by the coast, but just feeling a little breezier than normal out there. And like just previously mentioned, the red flags that are flying down at the coast due to those rip currents, no joke. If you can, try to stay out of the water. If you are heading to the beach, swim only near staff lifeguard stations. They're trained to spot trouble before it starts. So don't try to just be in the eye of someone. Look for beach warning flags. Obviously, a red flag means stay out of the water. Never swim alone. Always go in with a buddy. Let someone on shore know your location. And finally, if you are caught in a rip current, it is very easy to panic, but try to just swim parallel to the shore until you're out of the rip current, and then eventually make your way back to the shore. So moving on to construction downtown in Greenville. I know with school starting back up again, we have the influx of residents back here, making traffic a little more congested than normal, especially with the ongoing construction happening in downtown Greenville. And now there's a new project. It's the Allen Road widening project that's set to begin. There's a town hall meeting tonight at 6 p.m. to talk about the project. The meeting will be held at Lake Forest Elementary School. It'll talk about the project's overview, timeline, with construction set to begin this fall, which is really just right around the corner. It's hard to believe. Well, the $61.7 million project will widen approximately 2.3 miles of Allen Road from 2 lanes to a 4-lane median divided roadway from Stantonsburg Road to Dickinson Avenue Extension in Greenville. The project will also include upgrades at the intersections of Allen Road, Stantonsburg, as well as Allen Road, Dickinson Avenue Extension. Well, I do want to head over to First Alert meteorologist Russell James, who is right now in the middle of our noon newscast, but I want to catch him so you can kind of see what's going on out there as it's happening.
Once we go to around Wednesday morning, afternoon, even going to Thursday, we could really see wave heights as high as 10 to 15, maybe even up to 20 feet, mainly along the coast. So again, we'll be watching that closely. We'll take a closer look at the winds too, as well as a look at your upcoming rain chances in your full first alert weather forecast. Now, something to note is that the rain that we see today, not associated with Erin whatsoever, an approaching cold front, but can't rule out maybe a stray shower or two Wednesday along the immediate coast. Inland spots should remain dry.
And for those heading out to the beach for that final beach trip of the summer, I know school does start a week from today. Definitely want to be safe and be mindful of those rip currents.
Absolutely. The risk of rip currents will be high over the next several days. Starting today for the Outer Banks, moderate risk for the Crystal Coast, but it will be increasing to high most likely starting tomorrow and even towards the end of the week. So you want to be extra careful. Try to avoid the water if you can and avoid going to the Outer Banks these next few days as Erin passes closer to our area.
Some good advice there. Thank you, Russell.
Yep.
Well, we caught the tail end of Russell's forecast there, but you can join us back here at 1 p.m. for more news and weather updates. We'll also have a full forecast for you if you did miss just this past noon. Once again, you can tune into WITN News at noon. That's happening right now, where you can get your full forecast once again coming up in the next half hour. But for now, that's all the time that we have for this hour. But you can join me back here at 1 p.m. I'll have more updates for you then. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe.